What's up, YouTube? Back here with another video today. Excuse my messy house as I walk through it, but in today's video we are going to be disassembling some Lightning parts we already have. As you can see, my dining room table has my fuel rails and injectors on it. I'm sure the wife's going to love that. But going out into the garage, dark, and we are going to be stripping down the Lightning parts, sanding them down, cleaning them up, taping them off, and hopefully laying some paint today. It's about time. We've been pushing off long enough. Been really busy, but we need to get these done so they can have the proper time to cure before we put them on the truck. With our luck, I'm gonna get a call today saying the motor's done and we're not gonna have time to get these painted. So we need to get these done. Basically, we have some disassembly to do. Like, we need to take all the idlers off the pulley bridge and need to tape some stuff off. I think we're going to leave as much stuff as assembled as possible. Might leave the throttle body on there, just tape it up nice. But we're going to get around to painting all these parts. We're going to start with the mid plate and the intercooler and all that stuff. We're going to go ahead and paint it all black. That way it blends in, matches nice. I was undecided if I was going to paint that stuff, but I think I'm going to. I think it'll look clean. Paint it black so you don't really see it. I think we are going to paint the JLP box too, because it does have some wear and tear and some scratches. We might just stick with the black on that as well, just so it looks clean. But finally getting to the Lightning parts today. Finally going to lay some paint. It is a beautiful day here in Florida. We had some storms last night and the cold weather came through with it. By cold I mean it's like low 70s. But so it should be really good painting weather. Should lay down really nice and clean. Alright guys, before we get into any of the painting and actually the fun stuff, we are actually first going to clean the garage a little bit. It is really dirty since it's been so windy, and we did yard work the other day. It's just dirt everywhere and we don't want dirt sticking to our paint, even though the doors will be pretty much shut when we do the painting. We shut them down to about 1 foot and then put some box fans along the bottom to suck the fumes out. But we still don't want any dirt. We don't want to kick up any dust or anything like that. So we are going to clean up the garage a little bit. Make sure it's a nice cleaning paint environment. We don't get any dirt on anything. So that's first. Then we'll get to the disassembly, sanding, prep, all that good stuff. So time to clean. Alright, did a quick clean. I'm going to get the garage shut so Mother Nature doesn't fight us with that and blow all the dirt back in here. It's very windy today. So, sweet. Now we got a nice clean painting environment, all swept up. Kind of wiped off the shelves a little bit, but now we can get to the fun stuff. I think we are going to start on turkey pan and intercooler first. Get those done. Those are what I want done the most. And then we'll probably get to the blower. Alright, so all taped up, ready to go. We also took an air duster and just kind of got the surface dust off of it. It was already clean to begin with, but we just hit it real quick with some compressed air. Make sure nothing is on it. But it's all taped up, ready to go. We got the turkey pan taped up and ready to go as well. Just did all the gasket surfaces and then the thermostat housing. Anything else we thought was important and that we didn't want to get paint on, like the sensor here and stuff like that, but should be good to go. Go ahead and start laying some paint. Alright, so we laid the first coat down. The texture of the intercooler itself makes it look a little weird, but I think it'll come out alright once we're done with it. In between each coat, we're going to do 10 minutes or so, just to kind of let the paint dry a little bit. Probably do 2 light coats and then a medium coat to heavy coat and then be done. But so far it's looking alright. Texture makes it look a little weird. I mean, we also didn't sand this or anything, we just cleaned it up. We're spraying right over the texture that it comes with, so it'll look alright though. You're not really going to see it anyway, it's just going to blend in. But we're going to wait 10 minutes and then spray on the next coat. Alright guys, all done. Came out really nice. As you can see, paint laid real good on the turkey pan. It came out like a nice semi-gloss, almost like a wrinkle looking texture, but it's going to look really clean. It looks a lot better than the dirty cast aluminum that was on there. And the intercooler came out alright. It's a little strange how it came out a lot more glossy than that. As you can tell, I'm not sure why, but we'll let it cure a couple days and see how it looks, but I'm happy with it. It's going to look good on the truck. You're not going to see a whole lot of the intercooler anyways because it sits under the blower, but it's definitely going to look clean. Looks really good. I'm happy with it. Outcome came out really nice. Still got a lot of parts left to do. Got all these guys up here. Not sure how many parts we're going to make it through. We're just kind of winging it. We're going to keep painting until we get tired of it and call it a day. And then we'll do this another day, split it into 2 parts. But coming out pretty good so far. Got a little custom ventilation system going, 2 fans pulling out. And then the sheets are there to stop the dirt and debris from blowing in, so it's really windy. Had to weigh it down at the bottom with some extra car parts and stuff like that, but got a pretty cool little setup if I don't say so myself. But anyways, knocking them out, man. Looking good. We're gonna keep on going. Alright, so we brought the parts outside. It's nice and sunny out, no clouds. And we're gonna let them sit in the sun and cure a little bit. Since we don't have an oven that we can throw these into, on the can, per instructions, it says to bake it for 1 hour at 200 degrees. But since we don't have an oven for these, we're just gonna let the sun do the work. And I mean, right now, you're getting about 115 degrees average. It fluctuates a little bit, but I mean, that's not bad just for sitting in the sun. So a couple hours at 100 plus degrees should do the trick. This is the way I've always done my car parts. A couple hours in the sun, and then just let them sit for a while in the garage, and it'll cure just fine. I mean, even the back, the part that's not in the sun, is over 100 degrees, so nice and hot. Should help the paint cure, harden up the way it's supposed to, become chemical resistant, all that stuff. So we'll let them soak in the sun for a couple hours while we go in there and work on some more parts. Alright, so we're back out here in the garage. Parts are out back soaking in the sun. And now we have to do the most time-consuming part of this whole thing, and that's scrape all the RTV off the bottom of the blower. Apparently they used the stock metal gaskets and put RTV on both sides, and it has created this mess. So now I gotta sit here and scrape all this off the bottom of the blower, clean it up real good, and then we're gonna, of course, clean it off and sand it up so we can really get the paint to stick on there good. But yeah, this will be the most time-consuming part, I'm thinking, right here. I hate RTV. I hate sitting there picking at it and scraping at it, but it's got to be done. And man, they put a lot of it. It's everywhere. So. Alright, so it actually went better than expected. Wasn't that bad. And when you're doing this and you're using your razor blade, you want to make sure you don't dig into the metal and create any gouges in it. Just want to be real careful. Angle it as much as you can, basically as flat as you can. Just be real careful not to gouge it. You don't want to put any gouges in the metal. But it actually came out pretty good. And for this little bit of residue, what I like to use is some high strength lacquer thinner and a rag, and you just put some of the lacquer thinner on the rag, and then just be real careful with the rag, and it should break all this down and it should come right off. Okay, so we got the bottom all cleaned up, and as you can see, we already masked everything off. Want to mask off the pulley real good. Kind of try to tuck it in the best you can there. I used a little knife and just kind of tucked it. But the pulley's all masked off. Got the top masked off the side there. Probably didn't have to, but may as well. A little overkill ain't gonna hurt. Rather overkill than underkill. So bottom's all taped off as well. All cut to size. Now we're going to get a little bit more involved with the blower since it's already got paint on it and it's already a little dirty and gritty. So what we're going to do is we're going to actually sand it a little bit, and when you're sanding, the lower the number, the rougher the sandpaper. So you want to start with a lower grit and work your way up to a higher, and I mean it goes all the way up to, I think there's like 2,000 grit for polishing, but we're just probably going to hit it with the 320 and then hit it again with the 600, and that should be fine. We don't really need to do the 80 because there's really nothing big to remove. We're just going to remove some of this paint and scuff it up some. Hit it with the 600, kind of smooth it out, and then it'll be ready for paint. So we're going to go ahead and do that real quick. Hit it with the sandpaper, clean it up after, of course. You don't want the dust from everything all over it, obviously. So hit it with the sandpaper, clean it up. You should be ready to shoot some paint. You guys are going to love the color we picked. Alright guys, nice and sanded. Man, I'm quick, ain't I? 26 seconds, done. No, but nice and sanded. We hit everything. Now we're just gonna kind of take a rag, wipe it off. We're gonna try to use this Duplicolor prep spray. It's a grease and wax remover, removes everything from the surface in order to create maximum paint adhesion. So we'll give it a shot. I've never tried it before, but I don't think it can really hurt anything. We're not gonna spray it on the blower itself because I don't want it to get anywhere, find its way through the tape and ruin the rotors or anything like that. So we're just gonna put it on the rag, wipe everything off, get it nice and clean, and then set up our paint area again and get to spraying. So.
Oh boy.
Wow. I like the color when it's wet. Alright guys, blower's all painted. The mid plate and the intercooler are as well. We still got a little bit of parts to go. Plenum, elbow, pulley bridge. Not sure if I'm going to paint the auxiliary idler or not. I might just leave it the aluminum. But we're going to head out back and take a look at the finished product of the blower. It's out back soaking in the sun right now. We got our intercooler and turkey pan right there in the dining room because race car. Do them dishes, boy. What are you doing? So, going out back, check this blower out. Came out really good. Extremely happy with it. So, ta-da! Looks pretty good. Came out looking really good. I love the color. The only thing we are gonna have to do is it came out matte. So you can see every little bit of grease, oil, everything stains it. I don't know if you guys can see that. The camera's picking it up. That's just where I touched it with my fingers. And it left stains. So, we are going to, oh, and also, I don't know if the camera's going to pick it up, but it's got like a weird finish to it. So we are going to hit it with sandpaper. Very fine sandpaper, probably the 600 grit. Lay another coat and then get some clear coat to put on top of it. That way it's not so matte and is more resistant to stains and stuff like that, especially being in the engine bay. It's going to see grease, it's going to see oil, and we want it to last. So, but I do love the color. It's definitely going to pop. I mean, that thing looks good. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments what you think of our color choice. It's definitely not subtle. Definitely going to stand out. That's exactly what we were going for. I wanted something that's going to pop. I always do something simple and try to keep it clean, but do something different this time, switch it up. But I really like it. Hopefully you guys do too. If not, don't really care. It's my truck, so step off. But no, I do like it though. I think it looks good. It's gonna look real nice once we get it more glossy anyways. The matte, not really digging the matte. It's a pain in the ass. Feels kind of weird, but we'll just hit it with some sandpaper, try it again, try to lay some clear on it, see how that comes out. Hopefully it comes out good. So that's gonna be it for today's video, guys. Make sure you drop a like, leave a comment below. If you haven't already, click subscribe, it's right there. Follow the channel, follow our builds. We got a couple of them going on. Right now we are working on our built Lightning. It's at the shop right now. Motor's getting built. Obviously we're painting some parts, and that's what's gonna come next, another video painting the rest of the parts. We're also going to Formula Drift this weekend. Should be sick, always a good time out there. A lot of really cool cars, cool people, always just a solid time. So we're gonna go hang out at Formula Drift this weekend. Be on the lookout for that video. Gonna finish up our parts, painting them up, getting them ready for that motor to come back and drop into the Lightning. So anyways, stay tuned, guys. Make sure you subscribe, follow the channel, look out for our videos, go watch the ones you haven't seen yet, drop likes on those, and we'll see you later.